time now to head back with another check on our weather here.
Woo-wee. Sorry, the temperatures. I'm not getting
Make you
over
do
it.
that when you open the car door, right?
Yeah, it was toasty today. I mean, the
Yeah.
first real taste, especially after the cool weather we had last week. This is kind of shock to the system, but kind of on schedule for that first real warm-up of the season. Beautiful view from our Mr. Sparky Carolina camera network from Kannapolis to Boone up in the gorgeous mountains. As you go over to Monroe and Dallas over in Gaston County, lots of sunshine, just some fair weather clouds out there. Still a 20% chance of a very isolated shower or storm this evening as a cold front moves in. In fact, we've had some big storms in the upstate of South Carolina and a couple around the Boone area. Earlier, we had a brief shower move through there. This storm right here has been producing a lot of hail and wind, but what's happening is it's collapsing and pushing out these outflow boundaries, which is a rush of cool air. You see these green lines that are emanating from the middle of this, kind of pushing out in all directions. They're just going out like that. They're actually like mini cool fronts, so they're allowing for new storms to develop Union County, South Carolina, and then down into the Midlands. Now, the main storm's trying to track down I-385 and I-26 towards the Midlands, but we're going to watch the western sections there of Chester County to see if we see some development from that. Then in eastern North Carolina, some big storms. There is a low-end risk for some hail with some of those storms, but you see the bigger risk to the east. Tomorrow, things will calm down. The severe weather will shift to the middle of the country where you typically would see it this time of the year. So through the evening, try to find a very isolated shower storm. That's it. Most of us are going to be dry, so those practices out there should be okay. Just keep an eye on the sky and watch that WCNC news app for updates if we get a little pop-up shower moving through. This front will clear things out tonight. Northeast winds dry us out, cool us off as well. 10 degrees cooler tomorrow and also much lower dew points. But as we go into the end of the week, the wind starts coming from the south. That'll start warming things back up. Now this weekend, there is a rain chance, but don't worry. It's not a washout, just like we've seen the last week or so. Just very isolated shower chances. These will be the typical pop-up afternoon storms, so you can work around those, but just have a game plan if you have outdoor plans, especially in the afternoon or evening. Pollen starting to wind down. The tree pollen season, we're almost completely over the hump of this. It will definitely start to taper off here, and then we'll turn our attention to the grasses and the molds, which really pick up during the summer season. Now, the dew points, they were a little uncomfortable, as Vanessa mentioned here in the last 24 hours, especially last night, but they're beginning to go down, and we'll see some drier, more comfortable air over the next 24 to 36 hours. Big heat wave out west over the next 6 to 10 days with cooler weather in the middle of the country. We'll be kind of on the edge with some slightly above average temperatures. I would expect the 80s to be the rule of thumb. After tomorrow, it's going to be pretty consistently warm and not a lot of rain. As wet as April has been, May has been dry. We have not seen much rain at all. Not a lot of rain in the next 7 days. So we'd love to see at least a passing shower here over the next 7 days. Tomorrow, upper 70s to near 80. Just a beautiful afternoon. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast kind of getting hot around here for Mom this weekend. Near 90 with some humidity and a pop-up storm for your weekend. Let's go 10 days into the future, and we'll see most of next week we'll spend in the low to mid 80s.
Okay. Thank you, Brad.